here to give you more $2 dinner ideas. All right? So here's some meal planning suggestions for feeding your family of 4. Keeping in mind my family of 4 involves 2 5-year-olds. Still, there are 4 of us. What was I saying? Feeding a family of 4 for under $2 for the whole meal. So I'm able to do this with couponing. I know other people are able to feed their families for a very, very, very low amount because they go to those discount salvage grocery stores, which, by the way, I would absolutely love to do. I only know of one in New Jersey, which is about a 2-hour drive from me, so probably not worth the gas, but if you know of one in New Jersey, please tell me right away. In the meantime, I have to do my meal planning with coupons. So I am showing you what can be done with couponing and also growing some food in your own garden. I'm not going to give you just one dinner suggestion, not just 2, not just 3, but I'm going to give you 7 dinner suggestions for a meal for the family of 4 for $2 or less. I'm not going to cook it all for you, because you can figure that part out yourself. I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to give you the plan. I'm just, showing you the plan. Especially because tonight, there's like a lot of heating up involved, but not a lot of, creative cooking. All right, this is really a kind of end of the hard day. We had a birthday party today. We cleaned house. We did gardening. We did a lot today. I'm not really all that interested in doing a heck of a lot of cooking at this point, and luckily I don't have to. All right, so what are we having for under $2? Alright, frozen mashed potatoes with a coupon. This was 50 cents. Oh yeah. What else? Purdue chicken nuggets. Bought today. Oh, with a coupon. 50 cents. Oh yes. Already cooked. I only have to heat it in the microwave. It was on sale for $1.99. There was a 75-cent coupon that doubled to $1.50. So this was actually 49 cents. I lied when I said it was 50 cents. It's 49 cents. And before you give me grief for feeding my family all this like frozen, prepared, factory-made, full of fat and sodium, horrible food that's going to kill them and give them diabetes and heart disease before it kills them, you don't have to tell me any of that, because I don't want to hear it. I never, ever in my life have bought chicken nuggets before, like this, ever. And I make potatoes from scratch. I only got these because they were so cheap with the coupons. I just didn't feel like I could pass it up. My kids have had chicken nuggets before, but they're not chicken nuggets. They're CHICK''N nuggets. Chicken nuggets made by corn. They're a vegan product, also bought with couponing. However, they're kind of expensive. My kids like them, but interestingly enough, the real chicken nuggets are cheaper at the moment. So, get off my back. It's $1 for all that. I'm not necessarily here to teach you the absolute healthiest way of eating. I'm here to help poor people, people on a budget, people who want to eat something other than just rice and beans every night. And don't think that rice and beans won't figure into the suggestions this week, because it very well might. Because I haven't planned all 7 out yet. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I just promise I'm going to come up with 7 for you. All right, where were we? Here's a vegetable involved in this meal. Broccoli cauliflower combo. This was $1 from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to cook up the whole bag. I guarantee we're not going to eat it all, but it's going to be available to everybody. So there you go. That's $1.99 to feed the family of 4. Now, what else are we going to add from our own garden? All right, I have the one child who's crazy about raw green beans. Pick those from our own plants, so she'll get those. I have the other child who's crazy about the little baby tomatoes. So she will get those on her plate as well. Also, For those chicken nuggets, you know they're going to want some dipping sauce. Yes, they are. And we're going to use this Ken's honey mustard salad dressing as our dipping sauce. This was free with couponing. We're also going to round out the meal with a little bit of applesauce. The apples that went into this homemade applesauce were free to me. I'm sorry if you didn't get free apples, but I got free apples. So, you know, it's a suggestion. It's the principle of the thing. It has to do with making use of available resources and being in a frame of mind to always be looking for opportunities to save money and to coupon, whatever. I'm just saying it's out there. You can do it. I live in a very expensive state, so applesauce. What to drink, you ask? We're going to have either water or iced tea, and the tea is going to be made with tea bags that I also got for free. Couponing. Oh yes, couponing is a very, very helpful thing for people who are trying to still bring some variety to their diet and save a heck of a lot of money. So, will there be dessert with this fabulous dinner? No, there will not. Because if you were listening, you heard me say we had a birthday party today. We had it. We hosted it. We had the party for the 5-year-olds. I baked the cake. I baked it myself. And I decorated it. Yes, I spent half of yesterday trying to figure out how to make roses out of frosting. And all those YouTube videos that show you how to decorate cakes that I'm watching all the time, I'm watching them and I'm like, yes, I love this. I can do this. I'm quitting my job. I'm going to go work for a bakery. I'm going to be the cake decorator. This is going to be amazing. Well, you know what? The first time you start to make some of those frosting roses, it's not as easy as they make it look. Anyway, we're not having dessert tonight because we all had a big old piece of cake earlier in the day. But hold on just 1 second, because right after this, before we get to dinner idea number 2, I'm going to show you that cake. And you're going to say, good job, Amy, that's pretty. And just so you know, there's that little spot where I actually dropped the camera on the cake when I was taking a picture of it before the party. But I had a backup rose in the freezer. And I was able to put the backup rose into that spot to cover up where I smashed another flower with the camera when I dropped it on the cake. Okay? So, there's meal suggestion number 1. Feeding the family, plenty of food, lots of nutrition, for under $2. Plus, you get to see the bonus birthday cake! Alright, try to ignore the spot where I dropped the camera when I first started filming, because yes, I did. I dropped the camera right on that cake after I spent a whole morning making roses. Alright, there is the cake with the backup rose. $2 dinner idea, and number 2. Alright, here in the pan we have cooking all vegetables from the garden. So, out of pocket, no money for this tonight. There's an onion cut up at the bottom that you can't really see, and then there's tomatoes and zucchini. And you can see quite a lot of juice that needs to cook down a little bit. To this, we're going to add some of our completely free Barilla pasta sauce that we got with couponing, free with couponing. And some of our Oronzoni Garden Delight pasta that we spent 50 cents on with couponing. So, basically, there we are at 50 cents so far. By the way, this has no oil. This is just the vegetables cooking in their own juices. So, what if you didn't have your own garden? You had your 50-cent pasta, you have your free spaghetti sauce because you couponed too, but you don't have your own garden. So, you have $1.50 left till you hit your $2 limit. So, you can buy some vegetables and cook them up to add to your sauce to make it chunkier and more hearty and more healthy. You could just buy some vegetables for a salad. What I would probably do if I was going to get vegetables to add to the sauce is focus on some zucchini, because obviously your sauce already is going to have the tomato and onion incorporated it. $2 meal suggestion number 3. Black beans and rice. Oh yes, just how you all might have thought I didn't know how to make fried chicken back on my fried chicken video. Some of you might think, She doesn't know how to make rice and black beans. No, she doesn't, but I'm telling you, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I love my rice and black beans. So I'm going to show you how I do it. First, we have our rice. Now, this was a 5-pound bag of rice that I got for $1.49. See? $1.49. It was like a clearance. I don't know. They were getting rid of their Goya rice for some reason. And I bought about 5 or 6 of these. What this comes to is 30 cents for 2 cups of dry rice. So that's what I'm going to cook. And that's supposed to make 6 cups of cooked rice. I'm a little bit dubious about thinking my 2 cups is going to turn into 6 cups. But hey, rice is magical. Maybe it will. So 2 cups of rice. I'm going to measure 2 cups of rice into my sieve. You know how on the package of rice, the directions always say to rinse your rice? Well, I never do that. I've never done that. Like, I was never a rice rinser because I was like, why do I need to rinse it? It's going to boil. Like, it's going to be clean. But anyway, then one time recently, I tried rinsing it just to try it. And it was very interesting. It really did make a difference. It made the rice fluffier. The final rice product was a bit fluffier and less sticky. So, 2 cups, 30 cents worth of rice, rinsing in our sieve. Alright, our 2 cups of rinsed rice are going into the pot. And some of it is going onto the counter. Then we shall add 4 cups of water. Alright, now I know in my videos I'm always saying, well, normally I would cook it this way, but I don't have that in the house, so today I'm doing this. Well, I'm saying that again. But you know what? That's a good thing. You should see that not as me not being prepared and planning ahead. You see it as a strength, as the ability to substitute, because that's what frugal people / poor / cheap people need to be able to do. You don't always have all the ingredients that these recipes call for, or you might not have your normal way of doing it, but you don't have the money or the time or the desire to run out to the store and get the correct thing. Sometimes you just don't have the money, so you make do with what you have. And part of the whole point of couponing is stockpiling when you get a good deal. Well, there's just the whole point of good deals is stockpiling when there's a good deal, and then you have some food on hand for when you can't run out and get what you wanted for your rice, which is chicken bouillon cubes. Normally, I would cook my rice with some chicken bouillon cubes in there to give the rice some flavor, because plain white rice, you know, bleh. Well, I'm out of chicken bouillon cubes, and I'm not going out to buy any because money is extremely tight this month. I thought it was already tight, but it's getting tighter. But I looked through the pantry, saying to myself, what do I have? And I found a bunch of these. These were free with couponing. Yes, they were, because they were on sale for 99 cents, and I had 50-cent coupons that doubled, and I think I got 4 or 6 of these. Mojito lime marinade. Well, I'm not marinating any chicken anytime soon, but I thought this would be a nice flavor to toss in with the rice to give it some flavor. That's what I'm thinking. And by the same token, I usually cook my black beans with some bouillon in the water that I'm cooking the beans in. No bouillon today. So I'm going to put some of this in the rice and save some of it to season the black beans. I think it will be good. I really, really do. Okay, so the flavor packet is going into the rice. Now, we will turn the rice on high-ish on the stove. As I'm sure you all know. That smells pretty good. I smell the lime. I smell cumin. I smell onion. I smell garlic. And I'm going to make the assumption there's some salt in there. We're going to put our pot on the stove, get it up to a boiling, give it a quick stir, and then we're going to cover it. And luckily, we have a glass lid for this pot so I can see in there to see how it's doing. Because once it's covered and you've turned the heat down to a low simmer and you've set your timer for somewhere between 20 and 25 minutes, you can't touch this lid. You cannot pick it up and check it throughout the cooking of the rice. You cannot disturb your rice. You can't stir your rice. You can't even look at your rice. Leave your rice alone. I'm serious. If I wanted to really be super cheap, which obviously I do, I'd be using my can of refried beans, because this was free with couponing. But you're going to say, I don't have a whole bunch of cans of refried beans I got free. I have a whole bunch. I have like 20 of these. So, fine. We'll play fair. We'll do it your way. We're going to use our Goya black beans that I got at the dollar store for $1. Even though I know I could get these cheaper couponing, but we'll say these were $1 because they were. So far that brings us up to $1.30. We're going to pop open our can of beans and we're going to rinse them in the same sieve that we rinsed the rice in. And we're going to put them in a skillet. The black beans are going in the skillet, and what's already in there is sauteed onions. And we're adding the rest of our mojito lime seasoning. And we'll be able to taste this as we go along and add salt and more cumin and garlic and other things if we choose to do so. Now what about the onions? What's the cost of the onion? Free. Sorry, it was free. Now even if you're not getting things free with couponing, or you didn't get your fab deal on rice, or you have to go out and pay for an onion, this is still a super cheap meal. Really. And it's going to feed a lot of people because it's going to be a lot of rice. This is going to feed way more than 4 people, right? This is supposed to be $2 dinner for 4 people, $2 for the whole meal, $2 for the whole meal, not per person for the whole meal. But 6 cups of rice is a lot of rice. Why do I have a free onion? Well, let me tell you. Gardening, 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 gardening. Now, I know somewhere in my freezer I've got some chopped up peppers. I know I have red peppers. I know I have green peppers. I know I have orange and yellow peppers chopped up somewhere in the freezers, and I can't find them right now. But I would put but if I could find the peppers, they'd be going into the black beans too. So I'd have onions and peppers and the black beans slowly sauteing together on the stove. Then we're going to figure out how much cheese can we involve in this meal. Cheese. This is store brand Vermont white cheddar cheese. I got a whole lot of cheese recently when it was on sale. And, prices for cheese really vary from store to store, and then it goes on sale, and it really varies region to region, because I've heard people say they can always get cheese for $2 a pound or less at their grocery store, one deal or another. I can hardly ever get cheese that cheap. Like ever. If I can get it $4 a pound or less, that's like the best I can do on cheese, right? So anyway, this is an 8-ouncer, and I believe on sale I paid $1.66 for this. That for me was a really good deal. We're going to grate up 70 cents worth of cheese. And if this was $1.66, 70 cents worth of cheese is less than half. I figured this much is 70 cents worth of cheese. That's what we're working with. We're going to grate it so we can sprinkle it on top. So now we're going to shred it up. All right, that's how much cheese we have to work with. And I can tell you, if I won the lottery and I was a bazillionaire, I'd still be eating black beans and rice because it is so delicious. I love it! So while all that was cooking, since I had the grater out anyway to grate the cheese, I thought, I might as well go ahead and grate up some cabbage and make some coleslaw. Make use of the grater while it's out. So I had some free cabbage that was given to me, and I had all those carrots I grew in my own garden, so I made some coleslaw. And as side dishes go, coleslaw is about as cheap as it can get. But I used Ken's honey mustard salad dressing in there because it kind of has that sweet flavor you want for coleslaw. And that salad dressing was free with coupons. So yes, I could incorporate this coleslaw into the meal as a free side dish. Want to see the coleslaw? Okay. It's a little heavy on the carrots because I have so many carrots. So I shredded up a whole bunch of carrots with my free cabbage. There we have the plate with the rice and beans. We're going to add a little bit of the shredded cheese. There's really plenty of that. And then I like to put on my little chunked up pieces of cold fresh tomato from our own garden. And that is how we do rice and beans with our little side dish of coleslaw. What I like to do when I make a meal like this is before I even sit down at the table, I get a couple little Tupperware containers out and I put some rice in and some beans, a little cheese on top, and I put it right into the freezer. So I have that to go for a lunch to bring to work at some future date. See what I'm saying? It's like ready to go, like frozen dinner, ready to go. Take it to work and just pop it in the microwave. Let's give it a try. Is it really delicious? It's colorful with the tomatoes, isn't it? I don't know if it's just me or what, but I love the cold tomato with the hot rice and beans. I love it. And these onions are really sweet. These sauteed onions are awesome. And that, what did I put in there? Lime mojito flavoring? That's really good too. This is really good. I want to eat this all right now. I think I will. All right, we are on dinner number 4. Lucky number 4. Tonight, we are making a scampi type dish. A faux scampi, as it were. Because you know, seafood's expensive, right? And you know we can't be doing any of this without couponing. It's the freedom and the glory of couponing that expand your culinary horizons when you're on a very tight budget. So, again, work with me here. For our pasta, the normal pasta shape with your scampi would be more of a linguine type situation, which of course I do not have in the house at the moment. What I do have, elbow macaroni. Got this at the Dollar Tree the other day when I was trying to find items there that were not junk food, that I thought were healthier, nutrition type food items. And this big old box of macaroni is 24 ounces for $1. My initial plan with it was to make macaroni and cheese. Well, what I'm going to do is boil up half of it for the scampi. So that's going to be 50 cents worth of pasta towards our $2. Now, here's the exciting part. I was digging through my freezer earlier when I was looking for something. I don't know. I found some strange things in there. But I also came across the Crab Classic. This has been in my freezer for quite a while. This was free with couponing. Yes, without couponing, you're not really doing a whole heck of a lot of scampi. Even though I know it's not shrimp scampi, and I know it's not real crab, but it's going to have a seafood essence to it. It's seafood essence scampi over a macaroni noodles. And my husband's going to love this because he loves scampi, and he is going to love it. Aren't you, honey?
Yes, I am.
Yes, he is.
I put my glasses on because I'd like to check one thing.
What?
Knowing that we haven't bought this in...
It's been in the freezer. I already said that. It's been there a little while.
Do we have an expiration?
No, it doesn't expire.
Oh.
Crab Classic does not expire.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't expire. That's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, so the
Yummy.
It's like a year, all right?
Okay.
The use-by date's about a year ago. It's been in the freezer this whole time. It is fine. You will be fine.
I'm just going to take an antibiotic before
It'll be fine. It's got Alaska pollock in it. And some other things. Or, you know what you could do with this? Here's another idea, which I'm probably not going to do right now, but you could do. You know how some people make macaroni and cheese with lobster in it? I've never had that. That sounds kind of, I don't know. I don't know what that sounds like. Good? Interesting? Weird? I don't know. I'd kind of like to try it. Don't get a lot of lobster these days. So if you made macaroni and cheese, maybe you could put some of this in it and pretend you're having lobster macaroni and cheese. Huh. But anyway, we're going for the, seafood essence scampi. So, we're going to boil up our noodles, and then we're going to saute this in a pan with a little bit of butter or margarine or whatever you have. So how much does the butter cost? Because you have to have butter and you have to have garlic, or it isn't scampi. Well, I'm using the powdered garlic from Aldi. What is it, like $1 for a whole container? And I'll probably use like a tablespoon of it, which is not even a tenth of it. So, I don't know, 5 cents worth of garlic, between 5 and 10 cents worth of garlic powder. Now, the butter. Butter can be extremely expensive, which is very sad because personally, I love butter. I love real butter. Yes, I do. But I will not buy a pound of butter for over $2. When I can get the butter on sale for $2, oh yes, I do stock up. And it's usually around Christmas time that you will find good sales on butter because people buy a lot of butter for their holiday baking. And you can get it for $2 a pound, and I will at that juncture buy like 40 pounds of butter and freeze it in my big deep freezer. The only thing you got to be careful of with that is that your freezer doesn't smell, because your butter will take on the smell of the freezer, which is disgusting. Your stick of butter is 50 cents. I need enough butter that it's going to be kind of like, you know, the sauce for the noodles. So we're up to $1 now, right? 50 cents worth of butter, 50 cents worth of noodles, free fake crabs. So what would you do with your other $1? Get yourself one of those big old bags of frozen vegetables at Dollar Tree. Like so. Alright, so that's what a little serving looks like. Alright, there you go. Your favorite scampi. With the non-traditional noodle choice. Which, by the way, are the noodles you picked out at Dollar Tree.
It's garlicky enough. It's amazing.
Is it?
It's amazing.
And garlicky enough?
Mm-hmm.
Is it too garlicky?
No.
It's the perfect amount of garlickiness? Yes, it is, apparently.
Amazing covers a lot. I'm just saying, this is amazing.
Amazing for fake crab that's been in the freezer for a year?
It's like shrimp scampi.
It's like shrimp scampi, yes it is! That's what we were going for. With smaller, more manageable noodles than having to wind up a whole big linguine. It's usually linguine, isn't it?
Yes.
You really like it, don't you?
I love it.
He is so spoiled, people. I just treat him way too well, don't I?
Yes.
Yes, I do. $2 dinner, number 5. Lucky number 5. We're making pita pizzas. Alright, I have this lovely blob of mozzarella cheese. It was on sale for $1.49 for a whole pound. And I had $1 off coupon, and that brought it to 49 cents for a whole pound. And that beeping noise was my oven preheating to, what did I preheat it to? 400 degrees. So first, we're going to grate our 50-cent cheese. Et voila! Now, isn't that a fabulous blob of cheese? We have, of course, our oft-mentioned free pasta sauce that we got couponing, and our pita bread. I got a package with 5 of these for $1. It was marked down. Maybe it was getting near its sell-by date. I don't even know. I got a whole bunch of them and popped them in the freezer right away. What I'm going to do is open it up and put the cheese and the sauce inside to make it like our own kind of pita pizza hot pocket. So then all we need to do is spoon in a little sauce. You don't use too much sauce, really. And then put in some cheese. I suppose if you were the type to want to put some kind of meat inside there, you could get 50 cents worth of meatballs or little pepperonis or something. We don't do that though. So anyway, $1.50 is what we're at for this. Alrighty, so the pita pizzas are out of the oven now. They were in for about 10 minutes at 400 degrees. And let's take a look at them, shall we? Do you think I put enough cheese in there? Look, it's like flowing all over the place. I think that looks pretty good, actually. $2 dinner number 6. This is a good one. We have our old El Paso mini tortilla boats. There are 12 in here. This was 50 cents with couponing. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's the couponing. Ooh, ooh. What we gonna put inside those, you're asking? I'll tell you. Got the old El Paso refried beans. These were free. Free with couponing. Got lots of these. Lots in the pantry. Free, free, free. Free. But what else? You ask. I will tell you. Even as we speak, I have some vegetables cooking outside on the grill. Because even here in New Jersey in mid-October, it's in the 80s, which is really quite peculiar. Global warming, fact or fiction? Into our little refried bean-coated taco boat, we are going to have some cut up grilled zucchini, red pepper, yellow pepper, and onion. Do you remember that commercial? You're all too young, but it was a Cajun Ruffles commercial, maybe from the late 70s or the 80s, where the guy was like talking about the Cajun Ruffles, and he's like, onions and garlic. Woo, boy! Remember that commercial? I do. And this is vegetarian, by the way. We're going veg tonight. Being vegetarian is always cheaper, don't you think, than buying meat? Oh, I think it is. Cheddar cheese! I believe the Happy Farms brand comes from Aldi, which would have made this about $1.77. Oh, did I mention I grew the vegetables in my own damn garden? Yes, I did. And I just went out there and I harvested some more tomatoes. I'm not grilling these because they will just become a goopy, sloppy mess. And I'd say $1 to $1.50's worth of this cheese would be over half, though I don't even think we'll need to use more than half. So that would be another $2 dinner. And here are the veggies, fresh from the grill. The onion, the zucchini, the peppers. It's gonna be delicious. You won't even miss the meat. And even if you had to go out and buy the vegetables because you're not a super amazing gardener like myself, it's not that expensive. But you want to feed the family for less than $2? You gotta grow some of your own food. That's what it looks like all put together. I know that may look like a little bit of a mess on the plate, but it smells good. It's gonna be good. I can tell it's gonna be good. And if you're not able to get your little tortilla boats for 50 cents, couponing, I mean, normally those things are like over $3, and honestly, there's not a whole lot in that package. You can get little flour tortillas at Dollar Tree for $1. Pretty good sized package. Probably a better deal. Obviously, if you're adding cheese to anything, that's probably your most expensive ingredient. And you could always fill this out with about 30 cents of rice, which would glean you approximately 6 cups cooked if you had gotten your Goya rice on sale, a 5-pound bag for $1.49, like I did. Oh yeah, I'll eat it. I'll try it right now. It's really hot, but it's very tasty. Alright, and finally, the moment you've been waiting for, dinner number 7. Hold it up so they can see it. Alright, what we have...
Looks amazing. Sorry, did I talk too quickly?
Yeah.
I interrupted. Sorry.
We're doing stuffed potatoes. It's kind of the baked potato bar type idea. We got these huge Monken potatoes. Potatoes are very frugal, but you cannot buy individual potatoes out of the potato bin. You have to get the big bag of potatoes. Now,
Excuse me, maybe you can. We don't know that because we've never really looked. I think you may be able to.
they're too expensive that way.
Oh, okay. Never
You
mind.
can buy them that way.
Never mind.
No, they exist that way. Of course, but no, they're more expensive. You want to get the big bag. I put salt on
Need
that.
some.
I got a 10-pound bag of potatoes for $2. All right, so I weighed these. Each of these huge potatoes costs 16 cents. Okay, if you're getting 10 pounds for $2. You have to do your own math. I don't know what you're paying for potatoes. So, there's no way our kids would eat a whole potato. This is huge. This is a whole potato split in half, and it's huge. I don't think I would even eat that much. But let's say he ate a whole potato, I ate a whole potato, and the girl split one. They're huge. So, we're talking 50 cents worth of potatoes. Now, what's on his, and you figure out what your toppings are going to be, depending on what you like, for another $1.50. I did, what did I do? Some broccoli and cauliflower, chopped up really small, on top of the, you sort of fluff the potato with a fork first. I mixed in some really cheap margarine, because he's not allowed to have real butter, according to his doctor, not me. I'm not the one who said that. So we have the margarine, we have some broccoli and cauliflower, which were from Dollar Tree, frozen. And then we have on some mozzarella cheese, which I got really, really cheap, on sale with coupons. 50 cents for a pound of it. Cheddar cheese would be a very good choice here, depending on what you pay for cheese. And then the bacon bits on top. There's actually quite a lot of bacon on there. That's turkey bacon that we got for free. So, there you go. Another $2 dinner for everybody, and I highly doubt my kids are going to want to eat a whole lot of broccoli and cauliflower on top of theirs, but maybe a little bit. Well, Autumn would. Autumn would eat the broccoli with cheddar cheese. All right, Nevy, what do you want on your potato? Do you want cheese on your potato?
Just want potato.
You just want plain potato. Well, that makes it frugal, doesn't it? You don't want cheese on yours? What about butter? What about salt? What about bacon? What about cheese? Cheese and potato is the best.
Butter and salt on mine.
Wow, that makes it frugal.
This is 2 meals. I don't think I can...
It's huge. It's huge. The potato itself is 13 ounces. That's almost a pound.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to eat all this.
Well, you can take your time and work on it over several days.
Okay.
That's lovely.
So it's 2 meals.
That was 7 meals. 7 meal ideas, each $2 or less for a family of 4. Now, let me point something very important out. We are actually a family of 5. Don't think there isn't the 5th family member, the adult daughter. We do not forget her. However, she's abroad for her junior year of college, and she doesn't really tend to kind of eat what we eat when she's here anyway, because she lacks her own concoctions. She's a very good cook, actually. Right?
Yes.
So when I keep saying family of 4, I don't want anybody to think we're excluding the snail.
Yeah.
We call her the snail.
Bye. Click to subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
Say click to subscribe. Click to subscribe.